Am I the a-hole for punching my husband's ex-wife? My husband's ex-wife, who we will call Shelly, hates me and I'm not a big fan of hers either. She's high conflict and has been putting my stepson in the middle of her crap since the beginning. She had him listen at our door and report back what I said. She even called CPS on me for having a medical marijuana card. Nothing came of it. She will tell anyone that will listen that I stole her family from her and I destroyed her life. My husband had been divorced from her for 8 years when I met him. I just think that backstory is important. A couple of days ago I took our daughter for F to the park in our subdivision to play. As I was pushing her on the swings I saw Shelly pull up. I immediately grabbed my daughter and started walking back home. Shelly began to follow me and started yelling insults and threats at me. I dialed 911 and told them what was going on, so we stayed on the line. She called my daughter a half-breed. I'm black. My husband is white, and continued to follow me down the street hurling insults. I told her to leave me alone and I've called the police. That just made her more aggressive. By that point I was in front of my house and my garage door was up, so I told my daughter to go in the house and get her dad. I turn around and Shelly is running full speed towards me with her arm drawn back. I punched her dead in the throat. She fell on the ground and was gasping for air. I dropped to the ground to ask if she was okay, but she continued to try to swing at me as she gasped for air. The cops then arrived and put her in handcuffs because she started to fight them. They put us in separate areas and talked to us. She told them that I hit her first, but my husband was already outside with the footage, ready to show the police. They asked me if I wanted to press charges and I said yes. This is where people are saying I'm wrong. We live in a small town and people got wind of what happened and almost everyone is saying I'm wrong because Shelly is 5'4" and maybe 130 pounds and I am 5'10" and weigh about 180 pounds and I weight lift. People are saying I should have went easier on her and I could have really hurt her. They have also said I've done enough and charges weren't necessary. Of course my husband, my stepson, and my family are on my side, but I've gotten some nasty messages from people in my town calling me a monster and a bully. I feel like I was just defending myself, but I want some unbiased opinions because now I feel like I might have taken it too far and I'm starting to doubt myself. Am I the a-hole? Update. January 31st, 2025. It hasn't even been 24 hours since my last post, but I feel y'all deserve an update and for me to clarify some things. Firstly, my daughter and I are okay, and thank you all so much for your support. My daughter heard what was said but fortunately has no idea what it means. She also did not see any of the physical violence that occurred. Secondly, Shelly is still in jail. Luckily for us, her family doesn't even like her, so no one has bailed her out. She also had a warrant, so she will probably be sitting there for a while. Next, for everyone worried about my stepson, he's just my son in our house. Thank you so much for the concern, but he is 18 years old and I have been his mother figure for the past 10 years. He knows his mom's antics and he is in therapy and he's okay. For the people that private messaged me to say I alienated my stepson from his mom, shame on you. Y'all have no idea what this kid has dealt with through the years and he's so strong. I also would like to clarify that I did press charges. I spoke to my lawyer, my aunt, and she said I actually have plenty of evidence from over the years to sue Shelly for the emotional pain she has caused me, and I will be pursuing that. I'm going to make it hurt so she knows that this behavior will not be tolerated. I also am in the process of getting a restraining order, which will not take long at all given all the evidence. Lastly, this whole situation has been so eye-opening about the lack of support I have living in this town. I've stayed because I thought it was best for my family, but after speaking with my husband and stepson, we all realized it's best for everyone if we move and start fresh. If anyone has suggestions of diverse places to move to with a good school system for our daughter, please comment down below. I want to thank you all so much again for your help. I've felt more support from strangers on the internet than I have from the community I've lived in for years. I will continue to keep you all updated with whatever I can as I continue this process.